what we call a calmness. And this particular calmness is basically the total collection of the different pieces that was coming to America. The symbol that I use, right, a little gigi, is the Statue of Liberty. And with the Statue of Liberty, you see the light that she's holding, right? And that light represents the light within her. Then you see the book that she had, which represents the laws, of this great land, And a lot of people I know on the Sheba of Radio 7, a lot of people I know that they speak ill of society, but they eat. I mean, they got toilet tissue to, do those things, but they eating, they got medical coverage, and it's people just want more and more and more, and what I've come to show people is that you can live in simplicity if you have your connection with your oversoul. And that's what I teach with the little gigi system, which is called the I-9 and is a part of I'm being affiliated with the non-factor. Now the non-factor, we put out act called Baby Huey, which connected to Jive Records and Hits Committee. Give a shout out to His Committee. Memphis and Baby Huey and Chris Style, the DJ of the Dirty DJs, and Beatty, the manager of the Dirty DJs, and Nelly, and all these people that was in the Midwest that came together and put unity, in the music, so we would have a way of communications when we're away from our home in Desperia, when we were in working or leaving our children in the daycare and stuff like that. So we would know, and we'll be always be on one vibe. So as far as roller skating, and as far as uh, the spiritual reality, I did have a good spiritual teacher too. His name was actually Imam Isa, and he changed his name to Dr. York, and then he metamorphosed to many other circles so he can actually give his message because he was given a message coming from the Middle East. And as the Middle East and the West was coming together on a global scale and linking up way before the computer, the computer wasn't even here. We was linking up, doing footwork, and a couple of things that happened to him, which basically in time, that the people will see that, you know, we are all needed. And I have done works in civil rights with Roy Ennis, and give a shout out to Roy Ennis and and his son Roy Ennis, the two of them, and all the people that works in civil rights, and it's like Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, give a shout out to all those. And what I've seen in the 5 years that I was working assistant to Solomon Rooks. He was on the board of directors. And what I've seen how we came together and protecting our people, first, that was like the nucleus of what was going on. And then how it expanded and went into a global thing and went into first a foundation in America where everybody had what we call civil rights and then expanded into human rights. And with this human rights, it just went and now it's going to feeding Africa and to getting what we call every child a fair chance, no child left back, just like they did in education. No child left back. Every child that's born should have the proper medicine. They should have food, daily food, and this is what we're working on now to restore our connection with Africa, Uganda, the Congo, Sudan, Egypt, and put everybody on one accord and take off the imaginary boundary lines that be. So I do have a world anthem that's called Sister, Sister, Brother, Brother. And on the backspin, it's called Righteous Girls. It's a world anthem to bring together all what they call races of people all groups of people, because if we know that when you put all the colors together, then you will have black. And that is the black power. That is the darkness that exists before the light. When we all come together, all the womb mans of the earth come together in dialogue, that's when you have what we call a sisterhood. They'll be able to assist one another and do what they need to do, so we will have war no more. The only war that will be allowed on the planet Earth is the war of poverty, the war of hunger, the war of salvation, and the war of deliverance in every part of the world. And that's when I think that the army, right, which is, my arm, for the earth, can go out and rescue as a reconnaissance mission and rescue everyone that is in need of food and medical supplies, and letting the natural medicine be the medicine that is prevalent over pharmaceuticals. Now, this can be done by the way of us and the spirits working with us, because the earth will purge itself of those who do not do wrong. It will get the attention of the inhabitants of the earth, being that it is always in control. The earth, we are part of the earth as far as our body, but our soul goes beyond the earth, and it is still connected to the earth. The earth is the dense matter. So with that, the birds, the bees, the insects, they all acquire the protection of you as the Mother Earth, and they also give you back that protection. So what's happening now is that little Geeky is here to basically give you, in the form of music and poetry, the vibrations, so your senses can pick up the facts that you will need to sustain yourself and to maintain a global status, a global neutral status, so there'll be one or more. To give you an example, there's people now with the conspiracy that there's going to be martial law. Within any society, those who are controlling society must maintain all aspects of society. Just as America went out to maintain peace throughout the land, or throughout the country, it also needs to maintain peace here. And so the presence of the Army, the Navy, the Air Force in the local neighborhood should not alarm people. It should reinforce them. It should make them feel that we are becoming one on a global scale. So, but I do say one thing about Big Brother. The Big Brother now has to weigh themselves equally with the big sisters. And the woman must stand up and learn war no more, because that is her labor of love that she has took 9 months to basically to form this child, and then after she formed it in her womb, right? She actually teaches them and nourishes them and do the things they do. Now we know that dad also plays a part, but his part in protecting her is because he came from her, and he must actually honor her and love her and protect her. And this is not written in the European society, because the Europeans coming from another point of view. But in that point of view, they have established many, many references so we all can get along. As they establish references, they also establish booby traps for those who do not know. And all the while, the heavens control the good and the so-called bad, which in reality is the same thing, depending on what side of the equation that you're on. So everybody has a right to do what they do. Now, when the woman steps up, she will be the judge. She will be the kind of power of what they call the Uruguay League, and she will see what's going on, especially in America, you see, because it has to return to its original form.
Well, to let us know about, other than the mentors, the influencers, the Bill Butler, your spiritual advisors, you're also an avid reader. So would you like to share with the audience some of the types of books that you've read to come to the results of your analysis over the course of time?
Whoa. Oh my. Okay. The best book I would advise for all the women of the world is called the Holy Tablets. And with that book, when it first came out, people would say, well, it's a black man's Bible. But see, they didn't put it together because little Iggy didn't explain to them. Now little Iggy explained to you now. When we all come together, that's when it's black. All the colors of the rainbow. It's all about the many hues of people, the colors of the rainbow. As it is in the heavens, you see in the sky, it is reflected as on earth with the many different people. We all just have to get along. We had to do a lot of medical terminologies and helping people get to do what they need to do. But all of that. I actually read this other book. It's a very good book too. It's called Molecular Biology of the Cells. And with that book, you can see how your body is a miracle. And from that point of view, the body, the dense matter of you, is reflected in society. And you'll be able to see what's going on. And then I've read books on the Renaissance, the Reformation, Greece, the many things, what's called Caesar, the Christ, Jesus Christ and Zeus, the Roman area. When you say era, we say era because it was still evolving, out of many things. I read a really good book, Sheba, was called Science and Health by Edie Baker. She has a little movement on Earth, and she speaks of that within us we should never speak of anything negative, everything positive, you know. And yeah, it's many books, but like I said, the Bible right now is the best book. I think Bill Butler got a book out and plug him in. You know what I'm saying? A Lung Fu Pa. I'm quite sure they got a school. That's doing good. I just think that we can all come together, and do what we do. And that's what the whole Igigi thing. I'm the fastest rapper in the world. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna one day. I'm not gonna show people my technique right now, but I'm gonna show them, what it's all about. I think if people would go over there, I say, peace, shalom, assalamu alaikum, hutep wa shuk, right? I say, rahuba, rahu. These are the key words. Just like you in a tag and computer, you say who's on your side. You know what I'm saying? I say America is one of the greatest countries. We need to back our president. Because he has came a long way. He's came through the struggle. He has researched the struggle with Martin Luther King. And researched with Malcolm X. These great men who were stepped before as leaders to actually get us where we are today. When I say today, I say we're the same. We have what we call the now, which is right now. You have tomorrow, which is the projection of your thoughts of what you're going to do, as the earth is moving and rotating. Then you have tomorrow, right, which is the forefront. And then you have today, which is now. Then you have yes, today, which is today, yes, today, still now. So we never unlock the situation that we're in. We just have to, production is measured by increments. So as we proceed each day to do many things that's positive, we can do one positive thing a day. In the week, we done just 7 things. Times that by the many people on the planet, then boom, we're doing that. And no one should be able to go to sleep because when we sleep, other people is up. So as we look out for one another, it'll be a better world. And I know this as we speaking, it gets into you know, what's going on here, what's going on here. We all need to come together. And